right, welcome to the episode 1 of CuzWords. CuzWords, C-U-Z.
But this
words.
this isn't the first episode.
No, that's right, but we had the last episode is episode 0. It was us trying to catch our vibe, and
Just sets a bad precedent for our math skills.
well, that just means episode 99 is episode 100. It's simple. It's simple, right?
What if we have a half episode in there somewhere?
A half episode. What do we do during a half episode?
I don't know. It could be like only one of us is talking the whole time, or just a condensed version.
Oh, well, I mean, you are about an hour and a half late to recording today. I considered recording the whole episode by myself, which is me talking directly into the mic. This would be the single cuz.
What if we do a prequel episode? Is it episode -1?
Prequel episode? Well, I mean, we don't do prequel episodes until after, we finish the series, and then, somebody else picks it up and wants to get their take on it.
Or somebody invents time travel.
Yeah. No, I imagine us going back to, let's see, high school, John and Michael talking about likely Halo.
Yeah.
And what that would be like, just
But
having them sit down and...
It wouldn't be John and Michael in high school. Nobody called you John in high school, right?
That's true. I went by Madison in high school. And I actually, if I'm not mistaken, we finished off the last episode because you wanted to make an announcement about how you bought your 50.
You're also, weren't you J3 in high school?
I had a certain segment of friends call me J3.
J3.
Yes, that's correct. But no, we should. Why don't we talk a little bit about Halo?
I mean, it's one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah. And you played it competitively back in.
I dabbled in it. I mean, I wanted to, do the cool thing, go all the events and stuff, and play LAN parties and stuff. But just not a very big following in this area. So most of it was condensed to online play.
Right.
Yeah.
You went to a couple of tournaments. We went to some tournaments together.
Yeah, the biggest one I went to was a combine, and that didn't go too well for my team.
Yeah, and you did not smoke weed.
I did not. I was around a bunch of people that were doing it, but I did not partake in it. I didn't even really think about it. I thought it'd be cool, though, to act like I did, but I didn't do it. I was too scared, I guess. I didn't know what would happen to me.
So
I was like 15.
Tell me about your. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you shouldn't. You definitely shouldn't be smoking weed at 15.
You shouldn't be smoking weed at all.
That's right. You heard it. You heard it from the horse's mouth. We need to come up with a nickname for your mom. That's a bleep.
In fact, you can just bleep out mom too. You can just bleep out just a long bleep after I say, "Don't smoke weed, kids," or whatever I said, and then you just.
Yeah, we could do that.
You can bleep the bleep that I just said because it would probably sound better.
Talk about your experience at the tournament, though. I think it'd be very interesting.
It wasn't much of one. I mean,
I know you got very, very disappointed at the way your teammates after all of the training you guys have put into it.
I mean, we practiced and stuff for probably a month and a half, 2 months leading up to the event, and we thought we were pretty good. And we actually had some scrimmages on the Friday, which was the first day. It was a Friday through Sunday thing that we did pretty well at. Playing in the hotel room, we actually beat the team that came in third place in a scrimmage. Just practicing. Of course, they may have not been taking it too seriously, but
what was the game? What did you guys play them in?
We played them in Narrows Slayer, I think, and we also played them, I think, on Onslaught CTF.
Yeah, just
won both games.
Just to emphasize how much Michael thinks fondly of his memories playing Halo. He can remember the exact game and game type that they were playing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely remember playing Narrows against them, but I don't remember what. I think it was Onslaught CTF, but I can't really remember. I just remember winning, and we were hyped up. And we thought, if we can beat this team, which everybody knew online going into it was one of the favorites, that we could make some noise. But we weren't focused. It was an event in Nashville, so you had 3 guys from the state of Alabama and then 1 guy from Indiana. That was our team. And so the dude from Indiana was already in college, and he and his buddy that drove down just smoked the entire time. They were absolutely fried the whole entire time. And so he wouldn't even call out. He wasn't even he was completely different in person than he was a serious player online, but he just phoned it in when he got there.
Looking back on it now and having gone through and done the college thing, do you think he just got nervous, just out of his zone?
I don't know. I mean, it's funny because his friend was our coach, and I don't think he even pulled his phone out to time power-ups and stuff. He was just standing back there, just smiling. And then one of the other guys that I played with, he was. It just so happened, very unfortunate, that a bunch of nerds are at a big hotel. A bunch of dude nerds are at a hotel, and then while a Halo tournament's going on, also in that same hotel is a cheerleading expo. And so one of our guys thought he was a player at 15, and he was going to all the cheerleaders and trying to, rizz them up. We didn't say that back then, but he was trying to get with whoever he could, and he was also not focused. So it was just me and this one other dude that were the only 2 that took it seriously. And then one guy was high the whole time, and the other guy was very distracted the whole time, to say the least.
All in all, you had fun though, right? Didn't you? You did okay at a free for all.
Yeah, I did pretty well, and the commentator at the time that everybody from that era of competitive Halo remembers, Chris Puckett, came up and watched one of my FFA games, and I was 1 shot before I even started shooting the guy, and I turned around and out-BR'd him, and Puckett said, "Oh man." I can't remember exactly what he said, but I remember him saying my name and just that was amazing. And I felt after all the Halo that I'd watched online, to hear Chris Puckett say my name and that was amazing, it was all right.
Well, that pales in comparison to the way Chris Puckett praised you in your when you made it on ESPN for your Halo 3 gameplay.
Yeah, so way back in the day, I guess MLG had somewhat of a partnership with ESPN where they would do a Halo top 10 plays of the week.
It was the MLG ESPN top
10, yeah.
Yep.
And they would actually play it on TV on ESPN2 on First Take, and then of course they put it all over YouTube and the MLG website and stuff like that. So I made it 1 week for probably one of the least skillful plays I've ever had in my life. But
probably on the entirety of the ESPN top 10.
Yeah, I was on pit capture the flag. I grabbed a flag with full overshield, and instead of walking it the normal route with my teammates helping me, I crab walked and snuck behind the entire team while they were coming out of spawn and shooting, and it was a really entertaining clip to just see it happen. Even though I don't even think I scored that flag. Pretty sure they found me and stopped me, but it was just the opening run that you could see on the video. And I love that clip because one of our good buddies, Frogman, he was in that game, and Frogman shoots a rocket that hits directly in the face of one of the guys, and it should have killed all 3 of them, been a triple kill for him and not a play for me at all. But the net code for Halo 3, sometimes could be garbage. And so the rocket blew up and it didn't damage any of them.
And we'll circle back now, because this will be Michael's to the death excuse for purchasing his 50 sucked. His online internet, and it was less about the online and more about his internet speed. Being out here in rural Alabama, I do recall back in the day it was pretty bad. It's still bad today.
And it wasn't just that; you could also get hit offline by people. Back in the day, your Wi-Fi wasn't as protected as it is now, and so you could run into some guys that actually knew what they were doing on the back end of things, and they could. They didn't like what was going on. They could.
Yeah, that was about the extent of hacking.
They could hit you off.
Back in the day, the Xbox 360 had a lot of protections for their encryption and stuff. You couldn't mod Halo 3 like you could mod Halo 2, and that was my game of choice, was Halo 2. But believe me, though, I played and I sunk plenty of hours into Halo 3.
I wonder what our your total hours of Halo and my total hours of Halo are.
There was a website, I don't remember the name of the site, but it used to track your Halo 3 stats, It would like plug into Bungie's API and be able to pull the data off the back end. And I had over 3,500 hours in Halo 3.
What's that equal? What's that go up to?
I'll have to pull out.
We definitely got to pull the calculator out for that.
Yeah,
3,500 hours.
Yeah, this is. I mean, look, we went through the Alabama education system trying to run that in our. Let's see, so that's 3,500 divided by 24. It's 145.
145 days.
So 145 days
of real time.
Oh yeah. That is in game.
And that's not like the only game you played either. I mean,
You know, I may be thinking now that I think back on it, that number actually may just be custom games. Which I do know that my custom games far exceeded my the rest of the my competitive and social. But I know Halo 2. I did a Halo 2 tournament. I came in 5th place. It was a local tournament, so it wasn't anything huge. But it was also 12. Coming in 5th place. On top of that, I'd been used to playing Halo 2 on the original Xbox, and it was my first experience with an Xbox 360 controller. And so I had never played, and I didn't realize that they were I brought my own controller, brought an original Xbox controller. Didn't realize it was going to be a Xbox, that they were using an Xbox 360, and I had to have my own controller. So my father was kind enough, who drove me there, he was kind enough to drive to the Walmart down the street and buy the cheapest Xbox 360 controller he could find, which was a knockoff Xbox 360 controller. And I still came in 5th place. I like to think that speaks a little bit to my abilities as a 12-year-old.
Yeah, I think you were the better player between us in Halo 2, and I was the better in Halo 3. And then I don't know what our Halo 1, who'd be better at Halo 1.
Well, we didn't really get into
I played briefly in Halo 1.
My memory of Halo 1, that didn't have online.
Yeah, it didn't have online. I just played in a couple of birthday parties and stuff like that.
This is actually my first memory of Halo, and I think my first experience of Halo is I had a GameCube, you had an Xbox. We were playing Halo 1 together. I was like, well, what is this game? And we plugged, he's like, you told me that you were stuck on a specific level. And it was, I think it's the second level after you come out of the dropship, and you got to go around and you got to clear out the bases on Halo 1.
Yeah, I'm sure as a kid, like the different paths you have to take once you've extended the bridge, and you come up, and then you're having to save the different Marines.
Yep.
Probably got lost as a kid. I had no sense of direction.
So we get in
when I was a kid at all.
So we get into that level, and you're like, all right, I always get stuck after this part. And then I came in, and I didn't have any trouble cleared out the level. You're like, oh, this is great.
I remember also you watching me try to drive a Warthog back in the day and being like, I'm never going to ride in a vehicle with you because I was so bad at driving vehicles on video games.
When we were 15, yes, and you were coming up on turning 16 and getting your driver's license. Yeah, I actually remember the game specifically. We were playing, I believe it was CTF Standoff, Capture the Flag on Standoff, and you were actually driving a Mongoose, I think, and I was on the back with the flag, and you ran into a rock, and I said, and I was just so frustrated, and we're 15, 16, we're 15, almost 16, trying to keep ourselves from we can't just scream expletives at each other like we can today. We don't do that. We don't do that, family. And I think that was the best insult I could come up with at the time, is, I'm never riding in a car with you.
It's a good thing that, you actually use wheels and not joysticks, because I imagine it would be pretty tough to drive if you were just with a controller sitting in the car and just using your thumbs to navigate the road.
I don't think it'd be that bad.
You think it'd be? I think it'd be worse. I think there'd be a lot more wrecks.
Well, potentially. It depends on how much assistance you get in the driving, which, you can't just have one joystick point all the way to the left, and that's like a full, turn in the steering wheel. Yeah. But what would be accelerate, trigger, or A?
Trigger, right trigger.
Right trigger to accelerate?
Yeah.
Okay. Not forward on the joystick?
No.
Okay. I hope
forward changes the camera angle.
Oh, forward changes the camera
Yeah.
angle. So now you're looking out the back now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Elon, make it happen. Get the Tesla Series X.
I will not be driving that. I will stick to my wheel and my brake pedal. Much better. Much better. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think about how many, like, we used to play, I mean, especially like before you could drive, speaking of, you go home and, all right, let's, do the homework if you had any, and then hop on the Xbox until it's time to go to bed. And that was probably what both of us did a lot. I mean, there was definitely some differences, but I'd say the standard weekday was school, and then go home and play Xbox until.
Yeah, it was my motivation for doing my
to bed.
homework at school.
Yeah,
was getting it done before I left.
And now that you're in the workforce, when's the last time you touched your Xbox?
Oh, Xbox or video games?
And Halo, actually. When's the last time you played Halo?
I have Master Chief Collection installed on the Office PC.
Yeah. When's the last time you played it?
It's been a minute. Yeah. I do miss Halo. It's
imagine
not what it
telling
used to
your kid self, like, there's going to be a day when you don't play Halo for, like, I'm guessing you hadn't played Halo in a year, if not more.
Oh, I don't think it's been a year. I do think so. My I'm a big, like, I like to buy my own tech products for specific things. However, my father was kind enough to purchase me a new TV for Christmas after my TV broke at the house. And the one that he got me, unfortunately, has some of the poorest latency, like the worst latency issues I've ever seen. So I'll tap A on the controller, and it doesn't. My character won't actually jump for about 2 or 3 seconds. And so to test out if I could play Xbox on the TV at home, I did fire up Master Chief Collection. I thought it would be just pretty funny to jump into a game of Halo 3 in an MLG private lobby, and that's
How'd
what
that
I did.
go?
Not well, no. No, my by the end of it, as in standard Xbox fashion, I had my teammates yelling and cussing at me. They're like, this guy has never played Halo before in his life.
I mean, you gotta think about, like, at this point in Halo 3's lifespan on the MCC, it's like you go into just matchmaking and try to find games, you typically can't unless you're just playing the most standard social playlists.
Right.
Like, anything competitive is, it's a wasteland for matchmaking. But you can still find people that are grinding this game day in and day out in a custom lobby like you went to. So it was like these guys spend like 8 hours a day playing Halo 3, and then you dropped in there like, I can't jump on time. Man, that highlight video must have been great.
Yeah. Having
Do you remember your stat line?
Oh yeah, I think I went -13.
That's not bad. How many kills did you have?
Oh, okay. Let me say I went like 2 and 15.
Hey, well, you didn't get goosed. Professional players have been goosed before on the main stage, so
Well, I mean, on top of the latency issues, there was also me just laughing at how pathetic I was doing in between every time I died. I'd be like, I would hear my teammates cussing at me before I would witness the death on my
Oh boy,
TV.
here we go again. But we should talk about gamer tags, because, like, you've had one gamer tag pretty much your entire Xbox life. I mean,
that is correct. I don't think we're gonna share gamer tags probably.
Well, can I? Well, I could share some of my old ones.
You can absolutely share some of your old ones. Yeah. You've had some new ones, but before we do that, I want to do you remember when I got my gamer tag?
Like when you first signed up for Xbox? I don't know.
No. So we had a mutual friend. It was more like he was your friend, but I would hang out with him when I was here, and he got us into a game called RuneScape.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't know who you were talking about until you said RuneScape, and then I knew who you were talking about.
My gamer tag has 7 characters.
Yeah,
it's like 3 and 4.
Yeah.
All right, it used to be 3 and 3, and then I forgot my login to RuneScape, and so I remade my account with 3 and 4.
With 2 Ds instead of 1?
Yeah. And that has been my gamer tag ever since.
Yeah.
Now, Michael wanted to change it up all the time.
Yeah, I could never settle.
People would always forget, but then he landed a really cool gamer tag. That would have been, what, 20...
They did a gamer tag reset.
Yeah, they did a gamer tag reset.
And it was like...
had to have been 2015.
Yeah, it was while I was at Auburn, so I don't remember exactly. But yeah, it was around that time, 2014, 2015, something like that.
You've had that gamer tag for forever. But anyway, he sat on this one, which is probably smart, because he managed during the gamer tag reset to get a 2-letter gamer tag.
Yeah. It was basically what everybody called me with one of my old gamer tags, but nobody wanted to say my actual gamer tag's name, so they just shortened it to the 2 letters that the 2 words started with.
And he knew that they were going through this gamer tag reset thing, and he's like, well, let me just see if I can get that. Managed to get a 2-letter gamer tag, and that was back before people could, and I don't even know if you can, but I think nowadays people
you can have duplicates.
You can have duplicates.
It's got the number beside it if it's a duplicate, but mine doesn't have a number beside it. It is
here. What you should do is look up
the original.
Should look up how much it used to cost to change a gamer tag. So I want to say it was like $30, and you changed your gamer tag.
No, it wasn't that much. I think it cost like $5 to change your gamer tag. I wouldn't have changed it that many times if it was 30.
Okay, but yeah, go ahead and we said it was MLG ESPN top 10, right?
Yeah.
So one of your gamer tags is definitely visible if you look up Halo 3 MLG ESPN top 10 episode 10.
I couldn't remember which episode it was.
He's top 10, number 10 on episode 10.
Yeah, and that gamer tag in particular, after that episode came out, it had a guy being a poser. He created an account that looked very similar to that tag and started telling people that he was me.
I remember that because it was popular, because you made it. It's like he changed it a couple of weeks after that video came out, and I told him, Michael, that was it. That submitted your gamer tag, and he didn't want to keep it. So what was it then that you changed it to? Was that he had a gamer tag 25 to life? Was that 25 to life that you changed it to?
I had 25 to life. I had let's see, I challenge baby.
Which is the one that's on the... Oh, no, it's not.
No, that's not the one that's
right.
on there.
Yeah.
I had so sorry, younger kids, if you're listening to this, spoilers. I don't want you to hear what I'm about to say, so earmuffs for the kids in the room. If you're probably under the age of like 9 and you're listening to this, you may know already, but you may not. But look, just earmuffs. Parents, put the kids on. I know that there's so many kids that are listening to this podcast, I'm sure, but we had this idea where my gamer tag was XX, Santa's not real, and you were going to change your gamer tag or create like a burner tag or something, and you were gonna name yourself Hey Little Kids, and we were going to be in order, so it said, Hey Little Kids, Santa's not real. But then you realize that if I wasn't playing with you, it was going to look a whole lot worse. Where your tag just said, Hey Little Kids. So you scrapped that idea.
Yeah, I did do that.
But oh man, that was an interesting tag. I had my original tag was Speed 70 HBK, which I don't even know what that had to do with anything.
No, but that's basically what you kept it all the way through Halo 2, I think.
Philly 5 High was a tag for a while.
Did have Philly 5 High.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one. Do you have any others? Other than your current gamer tag, which I suppose, how many different character types are there that they could just start sending And if somebody wanted to try to get added on your friends list, there's only 26 letters in the alphabet. 26 times 26.
Yeah, but you can also reverse it. So 26 times 52. There's still a fair number of 2-letter gamer tags, but
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at over 2,000, I would guess.
Well, you get started on it. You get started on it. You might finish by the end of the day if you're trying to find Michael.
But yeah, I mean, I've gotten messages, all sorts of people trying to scam me and stuff, and people offering. I think I've had up to a 5-digit offer. It wasn't a real offer. I don't know if what I've gotten that was real offers because I don't entertain it because I want to keep my gamer tag. But people trying to
you got higher offers
get me out of it
for your. You can't say that.
What?
Higher offers?
I can't say jip.
Well, we'll use this as a teaching moment. No, that is actually that's actually insulting to gypsies.
Do we have to bleep all this?
No, because we'll use it as a teaching moment. Because I do think that's one of those things that people are kind of ignorant on, is that they don't.
I didn't even know.
They don't know that, so we don't want to.
I anticipated that word's an older word, and I was expecting Gen Alpha to bring it back or something at this point.
No, yeah, no. There's
yap.
There's reasons. I like Gen Alpha's level of sensitivity to those type of things. I think it's really interesting that Gen Alpha has come up with a word that's a fourth person. They've basically created a new type of word. It's like the generic public. It's like the generic who they're speaking to in the fourth person.
What is the word?
Chat. Hey chat.
Oh yeah.
When they say hey chat, that's just whoever's in earshot. I mean, there's not another word like that.
And they're just stealing it from Twitch and
sure, they're stealing it from
whatever else.
But they've turned it into something else,
yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool. Now, I suppose there's an argument to be had for y'all.
Yeah.
That y'all could be that, but that's very.
So you're saying chat is not directed towards anybody? Y'all still directed towards?
You think it's directed towards a group?
Is chat not really direct? It's not directed towards specific individuals.
Right, and similar to y'all, and that's the only argument that I've heard for that one. But that's also not one that a lot of people use. That's very more our area of the country.
Chat is all over the country.
Yeah, so I thought that was really neat. I can't understand a lot of what they're saying. I know that if we start building out an audience, I'm sure a lot of them are going to be Gen Alphas.
I wonder if say we record this podcast and then is there some AI or some sort of program where you can upload the MP3 file and then it will translate what you're saying to Gen Alpha speak?
Not quite. No.
It's too bad.
Yep. There is becoming a very strong divide between how you talk in public and then how you talk in a professional setting. Which I think is also kind of interesting. It's almost like people have two languages now. So you know what.
I struggled in professional settings.
You struggle in professional settings?
Yeah. Because a lot of times you have to mince your words. Like we talked about on the podcast with, let's say you have information about something and then it's all right, I'm supposed to keep this information myself. I'm not supposed to tell this person or that person. But a lot of times I just want to be honest. So professionally, I find myself lying a lot more than I ever would in a personal setting.
And what kind of information are you trying to keep from being disclosed?
It could just be about advertisers, or it could be about.
I see you. So you've got people
competitors.
You've got people paying you money, and you want to. But you're not really a big fan of their product. Now, I will say this: any advertisers that are listening to us currently, you're welcome to reach out to us for offers.
Yeah, and I'll love your product if you reach out to
That's
me.
exactly right. We're gonna love it. I know you know who you are. You're listening.
I'm not lying when I say that.
Yeah. But I do think that we will likely take on if we take on sponsors, they will be sponsors of products that we actually, believe in and use ourselves.
Yeah, like toilet paper, like Charmin.
Charmin. I mean, this isn't even a sponsor. Like, this isn't even a sponsored segment. But I only go Charmin. I just there in my mind, everything else is just fake.
Yeah. Do you want sandpaper or do you want Charmin?
Exactly.
That should be their commercial.
Yeah. Well, there's
Sorry, I've had Charmin on my mind the last 24 hours.
Yeah. Without getting
it's because Auburn recently, I'm an Auburn graduate, Auburn University, War Eagle, broke the Guinness World Record for most, I think, toilet paper in a tree this past week.
I believe it. Yeah.
It wasn't for typically they do it for a sporting win, but they just wanted to see if they could break the world record. So they just had a bunch of people go out there and throw as much toilet paper in a tree. Hopefully they didn't use Charmin, because honestly, that's what you should use the other toilet paper for.
Right. That's all it's good for.
Yeah.
Is rolling trees.
Yeah.
You don't use Charmin. No. Yeah. No, Charmin is paper gold.
Yes.
I mean, that's why. Do you remember during COVID? Or before COVID, Michael comes. We were living together at the time. Michael comes home to me. He's like, "Dude, there's this thing going on in China right now. Like, it's starting to spread in China." And we do a little looking into it. We're like, this is before everybody was really like freaking out. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this could be the end of the world. We should go stock up on some groceries. And
we should go get a generator.
Yeah, we got it, and we bought a generator. Bought a generator. Bought some fuel.
What you actually need in a bad, post-apocalyptic, not like, I honestly didn't think it was going to immediately escalate to that. I did think that we were going to have a tougher time recovering than we actually have in the end, but I thought that it would be a slower process. But you were more in the we got to go get this stuff now.
Right. And I remember going to the grocery store. We had 4 buggies full of canned foods
of actual essentials, and then everybody else is getting toilet paper.
But then that's the thing. This was before we were in there before.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, nobody was in there doing anything yet.
I don't even know if you were with me, but I do remember going through checkout, and I said, I was talking to the lady. She's like, "What are you buying all this canned goods stuff for?" And I said, "Well, there's this thing going on in China." And she's like, "Oh, yeah, I hadn't heard of it." And then, but I bought up a year's supply of Charmin during that trip. And this was before anybody else. We really set the trend for the toilet paper.
Well, this was like, the first or second week of January, and I remember it was around the end of February, beginning of March when it all hit the fan, right?
Yeah.
So we were ahead of the curve.
I was watching these toilet paper shortages on the news, and I was looking at them like, I'm good.
But you could still walk into Home Depot and buy whatever generator you wanted.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's no toilet paper in any stores. People, what are you doing? What
Well, we thought it was gonna be worse. Like we were thinking, into times like this is, we're done for type of doom. And I guess that's because Michael and I would have a conversation similar to this one, where we would just kind of hype each other up on how awesome the end of the world's going to be, and all the cool stuff we can do, like go fishing in the lake that we can't go fishing.
Yeah, I mean we've hypothesized about what area around this would be the best if a zombie apocalypse happened. Like, where are we bunkering that we can actually protect ourselves the best and things like that. It's fun to speculate. It's fun to do those mental exercises. But man, it actually seemed like it was coming to fruition there for a few months. Where it was like, oh boy,
yep,
all these fun little exercises we've done over the last many years are now coming to a head.
Oh, that was Oh, I wanted to bring up, because you were talking about your recent relationship with Charmin.
Yes.
Probably don't want to get too graphic about it, but tell us a little bit about why you guys are seeing each other so often lately.
Well, I mean, you could go deeper
The diet specifically.
Well, if you eat McDonald's and Taco Bell in a 24-hour period, you're probably in the same boat as me.
Right, but more specific to
but
what you've been doing with fasting.
I'm also fasting, and so we both fast at times, and right now is my time to fast. I've been doing it's basically going to it's a smaller one. It's a 2-day fast. I know to the majority of people listening to this, they'd be like, "You're not eating for 2 days? What the heck?" But like, that's nothing compared to some of the stuff we've done. I mean, you blow me out of the water in terms of your max. Yeah. But I've gotten a 6-day fast in there, so that's my record, and I was working the whole time I was doing it. Like
couldn't make it a week, huh?
No, I don't remember why but I'm very OCD about it. Like I pick a time and I set it, and I'm not messing with it. I'm getting done exactly what I plan to get done. But on that 6th day, I was working football games, and I was running up and down sidelines with a camera mounted to my shoulder. And I mean, that was tough. That was pretty tough to do that. But you more than doubled that number. Your record.
I have gone as long as 15 days before with just nothing but water and from a couple of every once in a while in there a little bit of salt, just to get some electrolytes, flowing. And I will say I really enjoy fasting.
A whole lot of sleeping occurs.
This happened to me when I was between jobs, and I had a little bit. I was not working when this was happening. Did go with the boys at one point to go see a movie. I don't remember what the movie was, but I also
did some axe throwing.
Oh yeah. We did some axe throwing. We went to go see a movie. The axe throwing, I want to say I got one. I think I beat everybody.
How many days into the fact? That wasn't at the very
halfway.
end.
That was halfway. It was 7.
Yeah.
So we're 7 and some change.
So imagine people listening going a week without having a single bite to eat, and then go axe throwing against a bunch of other fully grown men that are hyper competitive and want to win, and coming out on top. I mean, it's pretty tough.
Well, I think it's a very interesting experience, and it brings out something primal in you. It's like you have, and I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. You get this experience of, like, your body tells you that you need to focus, and you get a level of focus that you're not given on a regular basis. It's like, if I don't focus right now, I will die because I haven't eaten. And while that's probably not for everybody, I love that feeling. It's like, it's the feeling of I am on the hunt, and it's just a consistent. You're so in tune with your body. It's amazing.
And there's definitely interesting periods throughout a longer fast. So like the first day to 2 days, you're looking at, focusing on how hungry you are and not really doing much else. But you hit that 3rd day, and it's like the hunger goes away because your body's starting to, I guess, enter ketosis, and it is relying on the stored fat for energy. So it's all of a sudden finding its energy source again. So you stop being hungry, and you feel a lot better that 3rd day. But then the hunger does start creeping back slowly and surely.
It kind of, for me at least, it comes in waves. Mm-hmm. It's like I'll be hungry for a couple of hours, and then it goes back into that. There's no food, so we're not gonna sit here and complain to the brain about it.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You feel like you're in a different state of mind that you can't achieve when you're just going through your daily routine and eating 2-3 meals a day. I know. And the thing is, like, we're the only 2 people I know that do that. I know people that intermittently fast, but I don't think I've ever come across another person that's like, oh yeah, I've fasted for more than 24 hours at a time.
Yeah. Well, here in Alabama, we like food.
Yeah, we like our food. There's a barbecue joint around practically every corner. It seems like.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of fast food, and people love to cook at home.
Mexican restaurants.
Mexican, Chinese restaurants.
Yeah.
I will say, having gone to California a couple months ago, I think California might be the fast food capital of the world. California's fast food, like, you go to every single shopping center, every single new street practically, and there's like 8-9 fast food restaurants around every corner. I mean, there's like an In-N-Out every other street.
Interesting.
Like I mean, it was blowing my mind how much fast food is in California.
Well, I wonder if it has anything to do with just the cost of living out there and the average salary or hourly rate that people make. It's probably like fast food is probably one of the cheaper options.
And fast food wasn't too much more expensive than what it is around here.
And around here, it's like, I'm taking my woman out to McDonald's tonight.
Yeah,
like, I'm treating her good.
Yeah. We want to get that roast beef and cheddar from Arby's, and
oh yeah, she can get 3 things off the dollar menu if she wants it.
That 4 for $4 Wendy's bag's gonna have me having a good night. It's really not that bad, but I mean, it just depends upon. So going into dating, I guess we're using names. My wife, wifey,
that works.
I told her, I feel like I'm pretty frugal, but except in one area, and that's I like to spend money on food. I will go to nicer places. I will get extra menu items. I'll go to the grocery store and get and stock up on snacks. Like a decent portion of the paycheck goes towards food.
But also,
she was okay with that.
But I also think, when you're going out and getting food, it's exclusive to the food. You're not, ordering DoorDash. You're not doing Uber Eats a lot. You're like, if I will go there, and I'm going to take up the person behind the counter's time by looking at all of my options.
Yeah.
And figuring out exactly what I want to get. Oh, I can get that on that menu item. Can I get that put onto this too?
Well, I like places like Taco Bell that have the self-serve touchpad kiosks, and you can fully customize it within that. And you saw a lot more of that in California when I was out there, as most places had that.
I went out to New York recently, and it was
a lot of self-serve.
Very interesting. All the self-serve kiosks. I mean, in the industry that we're in, that's a big tech solution that's pushed out towards folks, but don't have people around here using it outside of the fast food chains.
Yeah.
And even then, a lot of them still don't. I was in a Taco Bell the other day with my girlfriend. Guy walks in, and they say, "Oh, sorry, we don't have anybody to work the counter today. You have to use the kiosk." He stood in front of it and he started like selecting things. He's like, "Oh, fine, I'm just gonna go somewhere else."
That kind of summarizes a lot of the southern part of the country,
right,
as a whole. Like, it's really not that difficult to learn, but way too quickly give up and just move on.
It's a very old school. I think we mentioned last time, I like to say we're probably about 30 years behind here. It's that old school mentality of like, well, I mean, if you're not going to give me customer service, then I'm not going to give you my money. 2 issues with that, right, when you're at Taco Bell. For one, the person behind the counter they probably aren't making enough money to want to be there and to care. And the second one is Taco Bell's going to keep making money. They don't need your money.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going into a restaurant that's locally owned and they're going to care that you're going to spread the word that they have terrible customer service like it would have been back in maybe the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, it's you bringing up the whole, like, they get plenty of business. They're not going to care too much about one person in particular going out. Is like, that's definitely a mentality that I've fallen on the opposite side of things sometimes, where it's like, oh, I'm going to take my business elsewhere. Like when I recently with my phone issues, switching from AT&T to T-Mobile or to Mint Mobile, which is through T-Mobile. And I wanted to call AT&T after I'd done it and just be like, this is what you guys did to me. Screw you. I'd taken my business elsewhere. You just lost a customer. And my wife was like, Michael, they don't care. Don't do that. They don't care. You're one of millions.
Yeah.
They don't care. And I'm like, but I got to let them know. It'll make me feel better. And she's like,
I want to write a strongly worded email to customer service, and they're going to be like, this guy's not a paying customer, and he's not having an immediate problem.
Mark as read. Discard.
Spam.
And it was like I wanted to call too, so I wanted to be like I want to get that customer service rep on the phone and chew him out. And it's like they didn't have a say in my phone not being on the white list. Like they have absolutely no way to even respond to me. They're like, sorry, what do you want me to do about it?
Right.
Like, and I was telling my wife, I'm like, I'm gonna work my way up the chain of command. I'm gonna be like, give me the next person, and she's like, you're acting like a Karen right now.
I'm glad she's there to kind of level you out a little bit, because I probably would have said the same thing.
I mean, sometimes you get caught up in your feelings, man. And I had worked on that getting that phone to work for what felt like a long time in my head. I don't know how long it actually was, but I was constantly worrying about it and constantly trying to figure out. And I'd come to the conclusion that it wasn't going to work. So I was like, you know what? I got to give somebody a piece of my mind.
That's a lot of your dad coming through.
Yeah, it runs in the family.
Yeah. Remember when we went to go purchase Halo 2 for the PC when it came out, Halo 2 Vista?
Yes, I think so.
And him getting mad at the GameStop rep because of
what it said on the back
of one of the contents of. So Halo 2 originally, at least the Vista version, had was rated M. I mean, it was rated M all along, but they originally printed it as rated and having nudity, right? And
probably because of Cortana.
It's got to be Cortana. Yeah. I can't think of anything else. I mean, nobody's looking at
the profits
at either profits or brute cha-chas or whatever.
Was Arbiter locked away without some armor on?
That is true. But he had we get there to go buy it because we wanted to play it on the PC because the PC version had some I think it just had some interesting mods. We went and got a used version, and
it had different maps too.
But they had put a sticker on the back because I guess Bungie or Microsoft or whoever had gotten that rating removed off of the from the nudity. So there's a sticker on the back, and then my uncle looked at the box, and then he looked like under the plastic where he could see the original rating, and it said nudity. And right when he was about to buy it, he took the box and he threw it at the GameStop employee, and he goes, nudity. Just throws it at him.
Was it like a frisbee? Or like an overhand throw?
Yeah, okay, so he didn't he didn't hit the game. He wasn't assaulting the GameStop employee, but he frisbeed it down onto the counter like he was just insulted at the idea that he would purchase something that had a scene of nudity in it.
Look, Dad, great example for me. I mean, he's grounded in his morals, and he's not gonna bend or break them. I mean, we've definitely had our share of experiences where we thought that he was going to go the extra mile to keep those morals preserved. We were both at the theater one time with him.
Adam Sandler movie.
The Adam Sandler, Joe. No. What's his name? Oh man, I almost said Joe Rogan. I know it's not Joe Rogan. Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. I don't remember who else is in it. I think it was called Funny People.
Yep.
Which we're thinking, hey, a movie called Funny People.
It's one of
Let's
those.
Go laugh.
It's just one of those Adam Sandler movies. I think that just kind of, they all kind of blend together in your mind. But yeah, that was the name of the movie.
And so we go in there, and my dad already knew the rating of it, so he's already wary, going in. He's like, I don't know if we're gonna make it through this movie because it's probably gonna be pretty risque, pretty vulgar, and so we started watching the movie, and I think the very first scene had nudity in it.
I want to back up.
And lots of cuss words.
I want to back up before I think that you're about to get to kind of the point, but I do recall that Michael, because I didn't care. I'm laughing at this. We're stupid little teenagers, and I'm laughing so hard at some of the jokes that they're saying, and my aunt and uncle are just appalled. They're like, "Oh," and Michael had he used to brag that around his parents he'd mastered this thing called the silent laugh. And if you could tell us a little bit about this silent laugh.
I mean, if you wanted to hear it, I can do it for you right now.
That's it. That's it. He did it. Yeah. But he said he had, in funny movies that his parents would not approve of, and he's around his parents, that he had mastered the ability to laugh inside of his head.
It's really impressive. Trust me. Most of you can't do it. But so we're watching it, and I think the first scene has nudity, and it has lots of bad language, and so my dad just gets up and he just walks out, right? And it was also bad weather that day, so it had been thundering a lot, and you could hear it practically over the movie at times. It was so loud, and so my dad leaves, and we're watching it, and we're wondering, like, are we supposed to go with him? Like, what's going on? Mom didn't get up and go with him. He just went off on his own, and we're sitting there like, he said we probably wouldn't make it through this movie, and I'm guessing we're probably going to not make it through. And so we're watching it. About 5 minutes later, after he leaves, all of a sudden the screen shuts off.
The look that Michael and I gave to each other.
I knew for a fact that my dad had left that theater, gone up to the projector room, and shut that thing off. Like, I knew he had done that.
And I was looking at Michael, like, there's no way he just did that.
And so he comes back after it shuts off, and I'm like, did you do that? And he's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And it turns out the weather had just knocked out the projector, I guess. I don't know exactly, a lightning strike or something. Don't know, because I think the lights were still on in there, but
right.
The projector was out. So it was a false alarm. I thought my dad had done the unthinkable and shut off the movie for all those paying customers.
Yeah.
But he did not. But we did leave anyway. My dad said that was a sign from the Lord that it was time to go.
Yep.
So
and Michael and I didn't even care because we were just laughing to each other the whole car ride back.
I was amazed. I still was like, maybe he's lying, and he actually did do it.
But that's something we talk about from time to time. So we talked a little bit about what you're doing with your diet now. I don't know if I brought this up on the last episode, but I'm doing this Waffle House once a day.
Yeah,
diet.
You're IFing.
It's intermittent fasting, but I'm getting the same thing at Waffle House every day.
Yeah, you're talking about how I go in there and I'm like looking at the entire menu and stuff, and it's like they see your car pull up and they immediately start cooking the All-Star Special.
Yeah. Well, and if I'm going to be a regular at a place, I want to be like, they like me for every reason because they know exactly what I'm going to get. I'm going to order, and I'm going to give a good tip every time.
You don't ever change it up once? Like
the other day, instead of the honey spread butter, I asked them to put regular butter on my waffle.
Whoa!
Yeah. No, so listen, I change it up, okay?
But what do you get, sausage or bacon?
Bacon.
You don't ever get sausage?
Listen, I'll tell you the order right now. It's All-Star Special, 6 eggs scrambled, hash browns.
That's not the All-Star Special. That's 3 extra eggs on top of.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 eggs scrambled, hash browns, plain hash browns, bacon, raisin toast, and a plain waffle. It's easy, it's simple, and I get sweet tea to drink. Big sweet tea guy.
And that's it, every day.
Every day. And down 30 pounds so far.
Oh, yeah.
Been a couple of months.
With the carbs there, like your body's metabolism, when you're eating the same thing every day at the same time practically every day, your metabolism is going to kick it into high gear. It loves that.
But I always struggle figuring out what I'm going to do, what I'm going to watch when I'm at Waffle House. I put headphones in. My eating
Don't you
time.
Just watch the people.
My eating time is my me time. Well, I don't want to be weird, and the new Waffle House that just opened up, there's not usually a lot of people in there, but you can definitely get some entertainment out of watching people at Waffle House. But I've been struggling to figure out what I'm going to watch. I've been watching. I got a couple of YouTubers I like to watch, but sometimes they'll have some things on there that I feel like are not publicly appropriate, and they'll just be like either really cringeworthy or potentially like making jokes about like I don't know. They'll have pictures of provocative women or something on it. So I don't want people to think
it's a Waffle House. It's
I'm
not a
sitting
big
here
deal.
watching this. I know, and I know that in my mind. But I'm also regular there, and I don't want them to think I'm just the weird guy that comes in and watches, thinking that I'm watching like just a bunch of women or something on. And I get.
Hey, you gotta go to Hooters then.
In the comments, if you want to know specific YouTube channels and stuff that I watch, I promise it's not all that weird. But some of the folks are fans of like anime, and they'll have some anime women pop up, and it's just like whatever. I'm not a big anime guy, but we'll have But you turned me on to a new YouTube channel that has just turned into what I'm watching when I'm in
Which one was that?
Gotham Chess.
Oh yeah, Gotham Chess is good.
I have been watching Gotham Chess every day at Waffle House now, and I kind of hate you for it because I don't know why I like it so much.
So what do you like watching him critique the bad elo?
I like watching him critique the user submissions. So he'll send in their stuff, and he just rips them apart
Yeah.
on how bad their moves are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's entertaining. I like watching the bad chess more than the good chess. Like his breakdowns of the good chess are like, okay, it's cool, but it's not funny. But like his breakdowns of the bad chess are funny.
Right. And I haven't played. I mean, we used to play chess a lot in high school. Wasn't like on the chess team or anything. I don't even think our school had a chess team, but I just we would play in our off periods. But I'm not like anybody that's trying to get competitive with it, but just watching how he can just turn a dumb move into just entertainment.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I like I showed you that one. There was the car dealership one, which I think I like that one more than you did. Guy that does he negotiates car sales with the dealerships on behalf of the customer and plays their game with them, and I find that highly entertaining.
Yeah, I've been I did some like self-reflection on why I might not find that one quite as entertaining. I had I come to the realization that I do sales on a regular basis, and I just
empathized with the car salesman.
I'm not empathizing with him. I'm just like, this is not what I want out of junk YouTube. This is I want
on your off time. You don't want to hear about sales.
Yeah, I don't want to hear sales. What else you been watching on YouTube?
I don't even. Nothing. I haven't watched anything YouTube streaming service frequently. Besides, my wife and I like to sit down sometimes and watch The Office while we're eating supper or something, because she's never watched all the way through. So we're like next to last season now. So that we've been watching a lot of that. But I don't know. In terms of YouTube, I haven't been watching anything frequently. I just check and see when people that I like have put out newer stuff.
So have you noticed your content kind of shifting more towards less me, more us kind of content since you've been married?
I guess to a certain extent, but there's definitely still my YouTube recommended is littered with sports stuff, and that she's not watching any of that. And then I tell you what I do recently. I've been watching. I feel like a lot more of Asmongold reacts to things.
Really,
I find him to be not necessarily like high value entertainment in terms of like making me laugh all the time or whatever, but just like I agree with him. I agree with him a lot.
I get very strong Michael vibes from Asmongold.
I agree with him so much. Like it just is like, it's like watching. It's like just being in an echo chamber for 20 minutes.
If I'm not mistaken, nice. He's just got like a strong level of apathy, right, towards a lot of stuff. Or does he? Or what specifically do you relate to it?
I agree with his political takes. I agree with his social takes. But he always tries to frame it where it's like, all right, look, somebody might have done something wrong, but it's like, let's try to explain their reasoning before we just dogpile on them. But I don't know. Yeah, I agree with him. You know, like for instance, let's take another very, very popular YouTuber, Moist Critical.
Yeah,
Charlie.
Charlie.
He's entertaining as well, but he's more likely to just start crap talking and not really explain
in
anything.
a funny way.
It's funny, but that's his shtick, right? But Asmongold is more like, yeah, I'm gonna talk some crap sometimes and make fun of them, but like they're still a person. I don't know. So there's like, let me try to explain maybe what this idiot was thinking at this moment in time.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll give Asmongold another.
But then some of the stuff I like watching is just pure mindless content, like him reacting to speed runs or him reacting to questions, like a guy that goes around New York City that's just asking questions to Gen Z, like what all right, here we go. I got a question for you.
All right.
What language do they speak in Idaho?
That the amount of answers that I'm sure that he gets that are just absurd.
Well, this one girl said Japan.
She said Japan.
Yeah. Or who fought in the Civil War? Who fought in the Civil War?
I mean, what are you asking me?
Yeah.
The North and the South.
Yes.
Yeah.
One girl said the Nazis in Germany.
The Nazis and Germany.
Yeah, they fought each other in the Civil War. And then another girl said it was France and Britain, which is the same thing, against the U.S.
Oh,
so
and
we're cooked. We're cooked.
Where's he interviewing?
He's New York City.
New York City? Oh,
yeah, we're cooked.
Well. You ever watch Atrioc?
I have, but not much.
Okay. I catch myself watching a lot of Atrioc videos lately. He's got some good commentary.
Where I've been rubbing my eyes for the last 30 minutes. What do they look like?
Oh, this is great content. They're looking a little swollen. I have heard that pink eye is going around, so.
I think I got red eye right now. It's worse.
Okay.
It's darker.
I may be mistaken, but I believe that means something different.
It's a flight, right?
If that was a joke, I didn't get it. That went over my head.
Like a red eye flight. Like an all-nighter.
Ah.
Yeah. It wasn't even a joke. It was just a statement.
Okay.
A fact.
Well, is that your cue?
That's my closing statement, and I give you the floor for the outro.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on episode 1 of CuzWords.
1.
We'll be back again next week. Oh, we want to say what today's date is?
Oh, today's date. What is today's date? Today's date is July the 12th.
You got it.
2025.
Yep. And again, as we talked about last time, we are releasing this sequentially in order. We plan to record 10 episodes before we actually take it live, releasing one a week, and then by episode 10, we'd like to kind of get in the swing of things of recording and publishing on the same day. Also, we would like to probably have a camera rig and everything ready to go.
So you guys can see my pink eye.
Yes, yeah, your red eye.
Yes.
By episode 10. But thank you for joining us today, and we'll be back again next week.
Yep. See you later.